important award in the world, was won by our very own Emma Gibson, which made us very, very happy. Cheryl, welcome to the show.
Thanks, TJ. Russell, how do you pull up this morning?
Yeah, good. I didn't really drink very much because I have a big final today.
Yes, you do. I think I remember I asked you last night, was it with the Masters, and I think you were a bit upset about that, so I apologise for that, mate.
Whack.
Yes. Yeah, no, it was a good night.
It was a great night. I must obviously, it was like the Pat Cheryl on the back show last night, but the work you do is amazing, and the passion that you've created and the enthusiasm amongst the girls. They love their product, they love their league, and I just wish some of the guys had some of the pride in what they're representing as the girls do.
Yeah, they do. And you know, look, it's all very well to, you know, pat on the back and everything. It becomes a bit embarrassing, actually. You're asked to do a job, you do it to the best, and yes, you take prisoners along the way, hey, but that's what it's all about if you're going to put us on the map. We're the second biggest state in football, and you know, from Victoria, and Western Australia in the Women's League and Queensland are leaving us behind. We've got to do something about it.
Yep.
And we've got to, you know, we've got to get on that map and get people to support us a lot more and raise the bars and the standards and, you know, push it ahead. But no, they do love their football, and the Dutschke seem to be getting bigger and bigger. They love that night too. It's their night.
Yeah, no, it was good, and lots of fashions of the field. Now, of course, we were there covering it for Footy Budget TV, talking amateurs, and Amwow FM. We did a red carpet walking, minus the carpet, and got some great footage of Cass Hartley winning and the final closing of the count. Should be very interesting to see that. Come online and on the Facebook page for WOW FM, shouldn't it, Russell?
It should.
How was your night, Russell?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, can I just say,
you can.
Thank you. That was one of the best medal counts I've been to through my years and stuff, and I think you know what made it. I think the girls are genuinely happy for their teammates and stuff to get votes.
Yeah, there's no sniggering and
no, exactly. The guys, they're like, oh, why didn't I get a vote? But girls are cheering each other and stuff all night. It was loud and noise, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I have to say that Russell Ebert, he's just an absolute. Look, if we missed him off the list, I think we'd be in big trouble. He's very supportive of the Women's League. He came to the first Dutschke and he said, "It's just so amazing. You've got people clapping for other people from other clubs." Yeah. He said that the SAWFL at the Dutschke Medal needs to have a look at this because the players just sit there, you know.
They're very boring nights.
It is, and even Shippy said last night, you know, he's been to 500 or 800 or something medal counts, and he said they are quite boring nights. You've got to try and liven them up. He said this is fantastic.
You know, it's even worse when blokes like him try and say jokes at the normal, like the men's kids 3 medal count and stuff, and no one laughs at him.
No one laughs at him.
It's a tough gig. It's a tough gig.
It is
just to back up what Russell was saying, not the second point, the first point, but I had a couple of girls. I'll finish that sentence correctly.
Yeah,
a couple of ladies who were in my AFL Nines League came up to me and said, we want to play women's football, and I put them onto the clag, and she put them into Westie's team, and they played at the start of the year when they were a bit short of numbers before. I think it was Westies or Morphees maybe, and one of them actually got votes best on ground in one of her first games, and her name, she wasn't there last night, her name came up, S. Hoppo, and sort of people looked around, they weren't sure who it was, and then someone said, oh, that's Turbo, because they gave her the nickname Turbo for some reason. Maybe she comes quickly, I don't know. But, and like she came in, like, it runs quickly. Anyway, and they were, when they worked out who it was, they were all so thrilled that, oh, Turbo got votes. You know, there was no, oh, that should have been my votes. There's just not the jealousy, I guess, involved.
Well, no, there's not, and I think that they're genuinely supportive of other team members who are getting votes. I mean, they're all, at the end of the day, they might get out in the football field, they might, you know, might be a few bruises, a few breaks, and a bit of mouthing off going, but at the end of the day, like in Vegas, what stays, except for Prince Harry, having to Vegas stays in Vegas, but if you're out on the footy field, what happens on the footy field stays on the football field. Yep. And they genuinely try to do that. Yep. You know, I think that, you know, there's a lot of friendships and things amongst all the teams out there, but it's really hard when you have a team also that taking votes off one another.
Yeah. That
becomes a bit hard. But it was, the Dutschke was a draw until the final round. Yeah. Michelle Reid and Cass Hartley, it was a draw. Yeah. So we had to wait for that final round votes in, and I was getting them 3 days after what I was supposed to get them, and I'm thinking I've got to get trophies done. And as soon as I opened it, I went, You know, well, that's it. We've got a winner. So, and we nearly had a draw for one of the other the Rookie of the Year as well until that last round, and the votes came in. So, you know, it was interesting this year.
Yeah, one of my favourite moments last night, apart from the main course, was
the dessert.
No, was Trudy Glasbrook's life membership. Her speech was you could have heard a pin drop in the room, and she just. She was nervous when she got up, but she just had that room in the palm of her hand. One of the best speeches I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, she's a good stick, Trude, and I love her dearly. And she's very passionate about her football. She said, yes, I know the girls say out in the field, oh, you're too old, why you're out playing and everything like that. She said, I gave it away for a couple of years because I didn't like how the league was being run. Yeah. And she said, and then to get a phone call from you saying, Trudy Glasbrook, there's a medal named after you. Am I talking to the right person? Told her who I was, and would you like to come and present your medal? She said, my mouth dropped to the floor, and she said, no, come out and watch. I thought, I'm going to come back and play. Yeah. And she said, only because of the way the league's being run properly now. Mm. And she's very passionate. She's, you know, she loves it out there on the field, and she tries to talk to the young girls as well. I mean, yeah, good on her. So what? She's only, 46? She's the oldest, you know, in the league, although I'm told there's one at Ingle Farm now that is older.
I met her last night.
Yes.
Great crack.
Did you?
No, I'm not. I did meet her though. Like,
yeah, so, but, no, Trudy's passionate, more she still is, you know, let them go ahead, and if they're physically, if they can impart something to the younger players, well and good.
Yeah, so, like a Tiff Lee has. I never realised Tiff had won the Dutschke 6 times, was it, or 5 times?
6 times.
6 times as I won it last night. Yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, when I bound jump for you last year, watching her, she really was schooling the Modbury girl, like just taking her through where she should be standing, when to run, and you know, actually let her get a couple of kicks. Just she kicked 6 herself that day, so she wasn't exactly missing out on the ball. Telling her, just instructing her and teaching her the game, which was just wonderful to see from such a great player.
Well, most of them do that, yes, and in particular Trudy and Tiff have done that with the new teams and the younger players that are coming in. So yeah, no, good on them, and Trudy deserved it. She, you know, it's been a long time coming, but I can't sort of say, hey, nominate somebody. You know, it's got to be up to the clubs to do that.
Last night with your speech, you said there could be a few good things coming up in the league next year. You're looking to try and get an executive together, is that correct?
No, I've got an executive together. I want to form a female commission.
That's right. That's what I was looking for.
I really do, and it'll be by invitation. I will be on it, and I don't want just females. I want males on it as well. I want, you know, there's business people out there. I'd like a lawyer on it. Look, there's so many possibilities that we could do with this league to get it out there, and it's just about to start. I think cleaning it up and making it bigger and growing it to what we have so far in such a short time, I believe we can become bigger and better. And after having been in Victoria, and I was actually sitting at the table, sitting right next to the chairman of the commission, the AFL Commission, and the commissioners around, and what they were saying about Victoria, and just in general conversation, I thought, we can do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to push it ahead.
We're South Australia, we're as good as them.
Absolutely.
What else you got in there on your page of notes, miss? Because we've got Mr. Philip Walsh outside waiting.
I've just got...
Peter Walsh. Sorry.
Peter Walsh.
Philip Walsh was going to be the host last night, wasn't he?
Peter Walsh.
Peter Walsh last night.
Yeah, Peter... No, that was Roger Wills last night. Peter Walsh was going to be the host of... He's ABC Sports Radio.
So they're both Peters, not
they're both Peters.
All right, got it. Okay.
Yeah. No, we got, what did we say? The Glasbrook Medal. Well, there you go. Fiona Clancy, 5 years in a row.
Yeah, I liked her speech too. A lot of you don't like me, but get on with it.
You see the wine bottle tonight? Yeah, no, 5 years in a row. Good luck to her. We thought we had someone who was going to pip up this year, but they got an easy run home, which they were able to kick. She's able to kick a bag of goals.
Yep.
But young Alexander Price, who got the under-18, the Amos and Clark medal, the under-18...
blue dress, Russell. That's the girl in the blue dress.
She actually broke Trudy Glasbrook's record this year. She kicked 18 goals in... And I forgot to mention that actually last night. She kicked 18 goals in a game, Alexander Price. So, yeah, so we had Rookie of the Year, Charlene Taylor of Central District for the first year. Polled well in the Dutschke. Club of the Year, Port Adelaide.
Yeah, the Maggies.
Yeah, so, and, you know...
How does the Club of the Year, how does that get formed?
The Club of the Year is done on... We've got standards that go out. Now, it's done by an independent person, and I'm just told the name. Independent people, and I'm just told the name. If they desperately need to go to the clubs and ask them for things or call for paperwork, they will. It goes on governance, financial statements, volunteers, fundraising, and on and off ground behaviour. Well, all clubs have problems on the field. You know, they all get their fisticuffs and things like that. But off the field and that, all people have some issues and everything. But the ones last year, Port Adelaide only missed out apparently by 2 points to Greenacres. This year, the one was 10 points. They're in front by 10 points. You know, it's their websites, their own general club administration, things like that, day-to-day running of it. So that was good. So see what happens. So we'll get the other 7 clubs now to get off the backside and follow their lead.
Now this week it's a Sunday game at Woodville Oval. Am I correct?
It surely is 2 o'clock.
Yes, and it's the Greenacres Dragons.
It is the Dragons against the Roos. So
Morpheville Park Roos.
Yes, Morpheville Park Roos. So it should be a good game. And look, both very strong teams. I think Morpheville Park have in them their gun, and I think the controller of the gun, that the captain, Courtney Cramey.
Pardon me.
Yeah, Courtney Cramey's been out with an injury, and I think she's their fired up one there that gets the team running around her.
They were down at half time last week, weren't they?
Yes.
Nearly an upset.
Yes.
With their Centrals girls nearly getting over them. Very
exciting. I
exciting.
admire the Centrals girls. I tell you, there's a couple of their players were a little bit off, but you know, if they'd really fired up, I think Central, you know, would have come over them, which, you know, Morpheville Park, a very strong team,
Cheryl.
and worked very hard. I've just ignored you. I'm too old for this. Under a great coach, Steve Bax, ex-state coach. Come on, get yourself.
All right,
Get yourself together.
All right.
Greenacres have worked really hard. I think they've only lost 1 game this year. Or maybe 1 or 2 games this year. They're out that they've got. Unfortunately, she's on in a cast is Charmaine Williams.
Yeah.
You know how women like to yap all the time? They get them out in the field, they don't say anything. But that woman out there, I'm going to provide the spectators with earplugs.
Yeah.
She's on the side. She's the only one in that team that talks.
Yeah.
And she gets those girls going. They are going to miss her.
Yeah, no,
really
and that's what's her name?
Charmaine Williams.
No, who was it that talked her up last night? Mental blank. Who's the goal kicker? Goal kicking.
Trudy Glaswell.
Trudy Glaswell spoke so highly of her last night. Didn't she?
She's very well respected amongst her teammates, and she's even got hubby out there as virtually assistant coach and runner and water runner and whatever role he takes on, and then the kids out there doing scoreboards and things like that at different times. But no, they've got a very strong side. Mel Wilson, look, she's a Dutschke winner in the making. That one, she got third
she was
in the
tipped
medal
by quite a few people last night.
Yeah, she you know, she's and they've got a lot of experience out there as well with Maritza Gaelic and Mitzi, yep, and Reedy, of course, and Tiff Lee. So, and then some, you know, the young ones coming through in young Leah Tyner, and a good find they've had is this young Marinette Morgan, young Raffy that's out playing with them.
Yep.
Yeah, she's very fast out in the field. But again, you've got in your Morpheville Park, you've got your Angela Maritzas. The vice captain, she never gives up that one.
Another popular choice.
Another popular choice. You've got young Caitlin Williams, just turned 18 a couple of weeks ago. Very strong little footballer. Your Danny Van Hagen takes excellent mark. You know, underrated players in Tammy Scott and Stacey Huddleston, all those.
Litany of stars.
Oh yeah. So no, it should be a good game, and I'm not going to say who's going to win. May the best team win.
Yeah, Greenacres.
Thank you.
May the best team win, and we'll see them in Westies in the grand final.
And will we see you again in a couple of weeks after the grand final?
Yeah, probably will.
Or Emma.
Or Emma. We might bring Cass Hartley and see if we can get Cass Hartley in, or something like that. Something a bit different than our style faces.
We wouldn't mind you licking her up.
Oh.
that was an action, liquoring them up because.
Hey, hang on. I have not flushed now, so good.
That was a genuine mistake.
Yeah,
Liquoring them
right.
up. Because they were a lot nicer to us after a few drinks.
Oh, it's true.
No, we've got to thank you guys too. I hope you enjoyed yourself last night, and yeah, thank you for what you're doing for us.
It is our pleasure, and I really did not mean that. I'm so sorry. All right, look,
So what am I doing?
Liquor, give them a couple of drinks before they come in, because they...
Liquoring number.
Liquoring.
Yeah, not... Yeah, righto.
Thank you, Cheryl.
No
Enjoy
worries.
the prelim and grand final, and congratulations on all the work you've done in a great season.
Thanks, TJ.